Hello, people. Welcome to another episode of your favorite book pod. So today, we'll be discussing another book written by someone I am actually coming to love, Ife Grace, titled Lekki SiSi. There is one thing peculiar with reading Christian fiction. I don't know if it's just me, but it sometimes always makes me feel like a sinner. Okay, something like that. So, I do not really find it very easy reading books like that, but I need to give Ife Grace her flowers because her books are very easy to read, very easy to assimilate, and it still does not digress from the fact that she's trying to tell us about God's love, put in our hearts that God does love us and will do anything for his children. So this is me saying, Ife Grace, take your flowers. Mwah, 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 mwah. Okay. So on Lekki Sisi, we'll be discussing the main character, Tinuke, who left Akure. Akure is a place in Nigeria. Lekki is a place in Nigeria as well, but Lekki is actually considered as one of the places where those who are affluent lives. Akure is more like a village. Uh, Someone's village actually, but does not mean that they do not have their rich man town as well. But she left her family in Akure on the fact that she got a job in Lagos, in Lekki to be precise. Now she was to be accommodated by her friend who drives a car and lives in a fine house and has a fine boyfriend who also has a car. And then began the question of, is this actually how I am supposed to live? Why is everyone better than I am? Why am I not doing well for myself? Why is she better? Why do they look better? Self doubts and self questions. Sometimes I do not know if they come out of a place of truth or from a place of materialism. What is that thin line between genuine curiosity and envy? The writer made us see Tunike in a new light. She was always asking, how much does your car cost? How much does your shoe cost? How much does this cost? And it keeps her awake at night because she wants to have these things, own these things. She's actually one from a very loving Christian home, but she began to want for the things that she could not really afford. Some of the pertinent things we'll be discussing today is the idea of getting lost in the quest for the things of the world. The idea of getting lost for the quest for material things, wanting things that you cannot afford, going to any length to get them, and losing yourself in the process, needing redemption, finding it, seeking it, having difficulty in believing who you have come to become. This is the story of Tinuke. One thing again that is very pertinent in this book is in the quest for the things that we cannot afford, in the quest for a life that is not truly ours, in a life devoid of truth, a life devoid of conscience, it is very easy to begin to hate other people who have what you seek. For example, peace. You see someone who has peace and you're jealous of that peace because you do not have it. Now, it keeps you in a place where you do not like the things that they do. But it's not you. It's because of how far you have journeyed and you have treaded paths that you are not supposed to. In seeking redemption, it is very pertinent for us to know who God is to us. as individuals, and not what your church or who a prophet or a seer have come to explain God to be to you. The one thing that is very paramount this period is the fact that religion is on the rise, but the godliness is on the low. Who is God to you? What do you believe in? This is not to justify anything, but this is just to say that yes, there are people who do not believe, but for you who believe, and for you as well who do not believe, what do you believe in? The importance of having a community that lifts us up in light and love cannot be underestimated. When things get so down and we need people to hold us up, people to lift us up in light, in love, in prayers, it is important that we have people we can turn to, people who will listen, people who do not envy, people who really, really care about us and for the salvation that comes to us when we are healed, when we are healing, and while we are still struggling. I think it is also very pertinent to note that God always takes care of his own. He will always take care of us. He will never abandon us. He will always show up and show out. God will always care for his people. And on this note, I haven't read the second book by Ife Grace titled Lekki, SiSi. I have come to an agreement and a conclusion that she is now one of my favorite spiritual writers. Yes. And I love her books and how easy it is to read and how wonderful it comes to you in words and in plot. And the endings are always very redemptive. Very, very nice. Have you read any books by Fair Grace? Kindly let me know and let's discuss in the comment section. Till then, have a very nice day. Bye.